Welcome to Fluently Now. We help you improve your English skills and succeed in your life and career.
Are you looking to improve your English in a fun and practical way? You've come to the right place. In today's video, we'll dive into 5 real-life dialogues that will help you sound more natural and confident in everyday conversations. So, grab a pen, take some notes, and let's get started.
What's that song you're humming? It sounds so familiar, but I can't quite place it.
Oh, it's Let It Be by the Beatles. I've had it stuck in my head all day.
That's such a classic. My parents used to play it on repeat when I was a kid.
Same here. It's one of those songs that never gets old, no matter how many times you hear it.
Agreed. Do you play any instruments, or are you just a fan of good music?
I play a little guitar, but I'm definitely better at listening than performing.
Let's practice repeating each sentence 2 times.
What's that song you're humming? It sounds so familiar, but I can't quite place it. What's that song you're humming? It sounds so familiar, but I can't quite place it.
Oh, it's Let It Be by the Beatles. I've had it stuck in my head all day. Oh, it's Let It Be by the Beatles. I've had it stuck in my head all day.
That's such a classic. My parents used to play it on repeat when I was a kid. That's such a classic. My parents used to play it on repeat when I was a kid.
Same here. It's one of those songs that never gets old, no matter how many times you hear it. Same here. It's one of those songs that never gets old, no matter how many times you hear it.
Agreed. Do you play any instruments, or are you just a fan of good music? Agreed. Do you play any instruments, or are you just a fan of good music?
I play a little guitar, but I'm definitely better at listening than performing. I play a little guitar, but I'm definitely better at listening than performing.
Let's listen to the dialogue between Emily and Dan about weekend chores.
My Saturday plans are so boring. I've got to clean the entire apartment, do laundry, and maybe grocery shop.
Sounds like my typical weekend. But hey, at least it feels great when everything is done, right?
True, but it takes so much effort to get started. I keep finding excuses to procrastinate.
Same here. I tell myself, just one more episode of this show, and suddenly, half the day is gone.
Exactly. Maybe I'll put on some music to make it less dreadful. Do you do anything to make chores more fun?
I usually turn it into a competition with myself. How fast can I fold all the laundry without messing up?
Let's practice repeating each sentence 2 times.
My Saturday plans are so boring. I've got to clean the entire apartment, do laundry, and maybe grocery shop. My Saturday plans are so boring. I've got to clean the entire apartment, do laundry, and maybe grocery shop.
Sounds like my typical weekend. But hey, at least it feels great when everything is done, right? Sounds like my typical weekend. But hey, at least it feels great when everything is done, right?
True, but it takes so much effort to get started. I keep finding excuses to procrastinate. True, but it takes so much effort to get started. I keep finding excuses to procrastinate.
Same here. I tell myself, just one more episode of this show, and suddenly, half the day is gone. Same here. I tell myself, just one more episode of this show, and suddenly, half the day is gone.
Exactly. Maybe I'll put on some music to make it less dreadful. Do you do anything to make chores more fun? Exactly. Maybe I'll put on some music to make it less dreadful. Do you do anything to make chores more fun?
I usually turn it into a competition with myself. How fast can I fold all the laundry without messing up? I usually turn it into a competition with myself. How fast can I fold all the laundry without messing up?
Let's listen to the dialogue between Emily and Dan about coffee preferences.
Do you prefer your coffee black, or do you like adding cream and sugar?
Definitely black, with no sugar. I love the rich, bold flavor just as it is. How about you?
Oh, I can't drink it without some cream and at least a spoonful of sugar. Otherwise, it's way too bitter for me.
I used to feel the same, but I got used to it over time. Now, I can't imagine drinking it any other way.
Maybe I should give it a try. They say black coffee is healthier, but I feel like I'd miss the sweetness.
Start with less sugar and work your way down. You'd be surprised how quickly your taste buds adapt.
Let's practice repeating each sentence 2 times.
Do you prefer your coffee black, or do you like adding cream and sugar? Do you prefer your coffee black, or do you like adding cream and sugar?
Definitely black, with no sugar. I love the rich, bold flavor just as it is. How about you? Definitely black, with no sugar. I love the rich, bold flavor just as it is. How about you?
Oh, I can't drink it without some cream and at least a spoonful of sugar. Otherwise, it's way too bitter for me. Oh, I can't drink it without some cream and at least a spoonful of sugar. Otherwise, it's way too bitter for me.
I used to feel the same, but I got used to it over time. Now, I can't imagine drinking it any other way. I used to feel the same, but I got used to it over time. Now, I can't imagine drinking it any other way.
Maybe I should give it a try. They say black coffee is healthier, but I feel like I'd miss the sweetness. Maybe I should give it a try. They say black coffee is healthier, but I feel like I'd miss the sweetness.
Start with less sugar and work your way down. You'd be surprised how quickly your taste buds adapt. Start with less sugar and work your way down. You'd be surprised how quickly your taste buds adapt.
Let's listen to the dialogue between Emily and Dan in the gym locker room.
How was your workout today? You looked pretty intense on the treadmill earlier.
It was great, but I think I pushed a little too hard. My legs feel like jelly right now.
That just means you're getting stronger. What's your usual routine?
I try to mix it up, a bit of cardio, some weight training, and then yoga to cool down. What about you?
I'm mostly focused on strength training, but I really need to start doing more cardio.
You should join one of the group classes. It's more fun, and the energy keeps you motivated.
Let's practice repeating each sentence 2 times.
How was your workout today? You looked pretty intense on the treadmill earlier. How was your workout today? You looked pretty intense on the treadmill earlier.
It was great, but I think I pushed a little too hard. My legs feel like jelly right now. It was great, but I think I pushed a little too hard. My legs feel like jelly right now.
That just means you're getting stronger. What's your usual routine? That just means you're getting stronger. What's your usual routine?
I try to mix it up, a bit of cardio, some weight training, and then yoga to cool down. What about you? I try to mix it up, a bit of cardio, some weight training, and then yoga to cool down. What about you?
I'm mostly focused on strength training, but I really need to start doing more cardio. I'm mostly focused on strength training, but I really need to start doing more cardio.
You should join one of the group classes. It's more fun, and the energy keeps you motivated. You should join one of the group classes. It's more fun, and the energy keeps you motivated.
Let's listen to the dialogue between Emily and Dan about ordering food at a restaurant.
I tried ordering food at that new Italian restaurant, but I completely butchered the pronunciation of gnocchi.
Oh no, did they laugh at you?
They were polite, but I could see the waiter trying not to smile. I just pointed at the menu in the end.
Honestly, I do the same thing. Why risk embarrassment when pointing works perfectly fine?
True, but I feel like I should at least try to say it correctly. I might practice before going back.
That's dedication. Next time, you'll nail it, and they'll think you're a local.
Let's practice repeating each sentence 2 times.
I tried ordering food at that new Italian restaurant, but I completely butchered the pronunciation of gnocchi. I tried ordering food at that new Italian restaurant, but I completely butchered the pronunciation of gnocchi.
Oh no, did they laugh at you? Oh no, did they laugh at you?
They were polite, but I could see the waiter trying not to smile. I just pointed at the menu in the end. They were polite, but I could see the waiter trying not to smile. I just pointed at the menu in the end.
Honestly, I do the same thing. Why risk embarrassment when pointing works perfectly fine? Honestly, I do the same thing. Why risk embarrassment when pointing works perfectly fine?
True, but I feel like I should at least try to say it correctly. I might practice before going back. True, but I feel like I should at least try to say it correctly. I might practice before going back.
That's dedication. Next time, you'll nail it, and they'll think you're a local. That's dedication. Next time, you'll nail it, and they'll think you're a local. So, we've reached the end of another video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. In this lesson, we covered 5 real-life dialogues. Practicing them will help you improve your English fluency. Feel free to replay the video as many times as needed to master the words and expressions. See you in the next video.